Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best Samsung phone.
Starting at number 5.
Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Though it's now been superseded by the S23 Ultra, last year's model remains a fantastic choice for anyone who wants a big, powerful phone, not least because its price has dropped since the 2023 version landed. Design: the frame is a solid armor aluminum that resists bends. Polished on the outside to a near chrome finish, the metal is sandwiched between Gorilla Glass Victus Plus plates. The front glass is high gloss, and the back is a warm satin finish, both repel fingerprints. It's also waterproof to the IP68 rating. Display: the 6.8-inch AMOLED screen is another highlight. It supports up to 3088 by 1440 pixels, WQHD+ resolution, which works out to 500 ppi and which matches the S23 Ultra. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, by contrast, has 458 ppi on its 6.7-inch 2778 by 1284 screen. It's worth noting that the S22 Ultra's default resolution is the lower FHD+, which Samsung says uses less battery life, although we switched halfway through our testing and didn't notice much difference.
Coming at number 4.
Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Samsung didn't reinvent its clamshell-style foldable, but the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 does all that it needs to do for the company to hold on to its foldable crown. Design: a more prominent improvement compared to the move from the Z Flip 3 to the Flip 4. The black visor has been replaced by a more expansive external cover display, and it now officially folds flat. It's also the hardiest clamshell foldable out there, thanks in part to IP-certified water resistance. Display: you get a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus, 2640 by 1080, dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with a pleasantly smooth 120Hz refresh rate that can scale down to 1 Hz to extend battery life. The external cover display, which now covers the top half of the phone's exterior, expands functionality massively.
At number 3.
Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. With the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, Samsung hasn't tried to reinvent the genre or radically alter the foldable's display or design, save for the ability to finally fold flat. Instead, it brings a number of small but welcome enhancements over the Z Fold 4, plus a new processor, but leaves further room for improvement. Design: while the Z Fold 5 isn't radically different from the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, its flat folding form design finally addresses the series' biggest design faux pas. Excellent build quality and IP-certified water resistance make it a trendsetter. Display: the main screen is a 7.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display with 2176 by 1812 resolution and which supports an adaptive refresh rate of 1 to 120 Hz. The low end of the range is useful for saving battery life by not refreshing the screen when it's not needed, while the high end means smoother gameplay and video action. The cover screen, meanwhile, is a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED panel with a 2316 by 904 resolution. It also has an adaptive refresh rate, but the narrow aspect ratio isn't the best.
Number 2 of my list.
Samsung Galaxy A54. The A54 is essentially a light version of the Galaxy S23 further down this list, bringing lots of S-range features to a lower price point. It's not the absolute cheapest phone Samsung makes by some distance, but it unquestionably mid-range, and definitely worth considering if you're on a budget. Design: the phone measures 158.2 by 76.7 by 8.2 mm and weighs 202 g, so we'd call it medium-sized. It's not so big that it's uncomfortable to use, so long as your mitts aren't massive. It's also undeniably attractive, adopting the floating camera design language found on the S23 series. Other colorways are similarly pretty. Display: the Samsung Galaxy A54 boasts one of the best-looking screens you'll see on a phone for this price. It's a vibrant, colorful 6.4-inch Super AMOLED panel, with a FHD Plus resolution, 120Hz refresh rate and 1000 nits max brightness, marking some nice upgrades over its predecessor.
And number 1.
Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Despite looking identical to the S22 Ultra, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is packed with improvements that help it rank as the best Samsung phone available in 2023. In a nutshell, this phone has a tougher build, faster memory, a more efficient battery, a custom-tuned chipset and a new 200MP main camera that blows its competitors out of the water. Design. The S23 Ultra offers only subtle refinements to its predecessor's already excellent design. There's a similar pill-shaped top-down profile, with curved front and back glass feeding into a metal frame. One change is the reduced radius of the curved edges of the display, which offers a greater flat surface area. Display. Aside from that reduced curvature along its edges, the S23 Ultra's display offers a familiar viewing experience to its predecessor. As on last year's Ultra, you get a 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X panel, with a resolution of 1440 by 3088 and a dynamic refresh rate that can scale between 1 Hz and 120 Hz.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.